Hi and welcome to this video showing you how you enter data in the new assessment area of Edge. For teachers, it will be under Curriculum New across the top of your toolbar here. For admin, it will be under Curriculum under Achievement New. That will take you to this page. Now as a teacher, I will see only my room, but admin people will be able to see the whole school, just by selecting on here and choosing the room you need. Across the top here we have the subjects that you would have at your school, and within each of those you would have the test that you are using at your school. What you see here on the landing page is the names of the students down here and the tests that you have configured for your school. If you scroll with your mouse in this part of the program, it will go from left to right. To enter a result, you will need to click on the arrow or the chevron at the top of the test that you're wanting to enter data for. You will notice that there is Term 1 at the beginning of the year and Term 4 for last year, and you can view those results when you need to. If you want to add a new assessment, click Mark New Assessment here and Mark New Assessment here. This will bring you a landing page for entering the data for whatever test you've requested. Up here you can select the date for the whole class, or you can individually select a date per student. These tests will be preset, but you can change them depending on what test the child has set. Then for PATs, it's just a question of entering a score and tabbing down to the next entry. You will notice that it automatically calculates out the stay9, the scale score and the error. You can write any notes in this field here. Once you've completed your whole class's entries, the save button is down the bottom. If we go back to our landing page now and scroll over to running records, clicking on the arrow here and marking new assessment. Again, you would then need to select the level that the child is at and enter a self-correction ratio and an accuracy rate. Again, any comments will be in here and save. If you're wanting maths, if you click on the maths up here, you will then see the maths that you have programmed for your school. Again, click on the arrow, mark new assessment, come in here to mark a new assessment, or if you wanted to enter any information that's already placed there from a previous test, click on that previous test and then you will get the results that have already been placed in there from previously. Under National Standards, you'll find Maths, Reading and Writing. Again, clicking on the arrow, marking your assessment, that will take you to your class under the headings of when they will be having a OTJ due. These dates here are the dates that they started school. You can choose either an interim or a final result for each student. Selecting the date, whether it's a final or interim result, and then entering in the results here with a comment. And of course the save button down here to save any work you have. If you are wanting to check up on a previous result, if you click on the folder here by either Reading, Writing or Maths, you can then either select the result that was there or add a new one. If you add a new one, it will automatically change to final if it was interim, and then again enter that result for that student. The other learning areas from science through to technology are set up in exactly the same way as your English and Maths, but here we also have an overall tracking spreadsheet. This will list your whole class, any information that they have here, any additional information, date of birth, room, etc. And as we scroll through, it lists all the tests that you have configured for your school. This is great for moderation as everything appears in the same spreadsheet. You can also export this sheet through to Excel by this button here. Down the side here you have a choice of whether you want to show these particular tests by selecting or deselecting the tick. And as you scroll down you can see you can have the maths and the national standards and any other tests that you have configured. If you want to turn off some columns, if you click on the column here, if you go to PAT Comp for instance, and you can deselect the tests that you do not want to see. Again, then you have the ability to export that to CSV file. Any groups that a teacher is responsible will be listed down here, and that will behave in the same way as what I've been showing you here through a particular room. Don't forget there are Edge answers up here, and that will take you through to answers on the website. Thank you for listening.